Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, May the 30th, Labor Day weekend. Thank you for watching the stream. It is about 15 minutes or so, actually 12 minutes till the Bozo net here. That's going to be on 144.240, I believe, here in Southern California. Let me get myself a little bit more light. That's my chair in the background, in case you're wondering. We got Andy saying hello. Watching right away. Let's get to some radio here. I got nothing else to say.
It didn't take very long at all, put some connectors, boom, boom, boom. He went under there and did it, and so that's all done. That's all. So other than the doors, that's what's left.
Yeah, and get rid of the tick. Yeah, you'll be ready for the opening till winding.
Yeah, the tick thing I think is no problem. That's an easy thing. The center console pop up and drop the wire, boom, boom. But the doors, same thing. Not much, but it's just all those little details. Boy, goodness, it sure is trying.
Does your son realize what he did for you, or he just expected, well, this is normal, this way it should be?
Well, he definitely realizes what he did based on all the comments that he heard. Because he was driving today. He goes, "No, I'll drive you up."
By the way, I think that's Ward. W6WWD. He's down in Orange County. Man, his station has improved since he first been on. His audio now sounds a lot different than the last time I talked to him. So pretty impressive improvements over the last couple months that he's shown in his station. You should be proud.
Remember that radio didn't even perform like this. He says, "Yeah, I remember. That was 10, 11 years ago." So he was, so he's 20, 30. So he's in his 20s. So he remembers.
He remembers it didn't work as good, huh?
And compared to this, it stunk.
Well, do you tell prepare? You might get a side business installing radios.
I highly doubt it. He said, "Man, this is doing it right." He says one thing, but he goes, he says, "Man, imagine all the people that put in radios themselves. They must not talk very well." I said, "Well, that's a chance."
Right. They don't talk very well. Well, how do you come up with that comment?
Well, after hearing and then knowing all the detail and everything that he's done and we've done together, and not really skimping on anything other than getting good wire, etc. I said, think about it. Radio comes with the stock wire. People hook it up, hook up an antenna, and away you go, right? And I said, and that's what you get.
Right, that's what you get. What you put in, that's what you get. You don't do much, you don't get much.
But there's a lot of good talk.
Hey, that goes for life too.
But yeah, I'm happy. Well, thank you again for all your guidance on. You kept pushing me to do this or go there, or go that. So it worked out well. It's just, it was good, a lot of detail. So it took a long time. Of course, we didn't do it every day. It was only on the weekends. But it's still, to do one thing, it take an hour. Do this, it take 2 hours. There's probably you want to count how many full days in that thing.
Well, I'll guarantee you what, there ain't no bill out there. The only guy that's going to come close to you, in talking is Steve in 5YRJ. But any other mobile out there? Nobody's even in your ballpark.
Well, that's pretty strong words, but, well, I just wanted it to talk and to be able to receive, so I'm happy with that.
Well, I'm going to, when I talk to N5YRJ's CEO, tell him to look out for you, because he'll be battling out with you. He's got a strong mobile, but you know what? I think you're going to beat the pants off of him. He likes competition, and he's got a walking, talking mobile. You've heard him out there many times.
Yeah, I've heard him, I think, from the South County all the way to the Pampy with it, and I can't wait to get the doors done and, just tidy it up. So, but it's, we're almost there.
The only difference on him, I talked to him, he said he was running number 4 wire from his battery, and you're running number 6. He's running number 4, but that's awful close, but where so he's got a little bit bigger wire. Maybe he's got a little advantage on you, but it's not much. Where you got the big advantage on him, you got a bigger pickup. You got
don't know what he drives, but that's just stem to stern about 22 feet, bumper to bumper. So she's a big one,
Yeah, you got more metal showing, you got over him, and you got height above ground over him. He drives one of those regular little small pickups around a little Cub cab or something like that. It's not a real big one. So you got more metal, and you got height above ground.
Oh, I want to tell you something funny. Well, that's interesting. We'll see. That's good to know. We're coming back up the 110 freeway, and this guy was coming on the 110 on ramp, getting to come in right behind us as we're passing the on ramp. The guy's got a mag mount on his roof, and guess what he has on his mag mount?
What?
A 6-element radial kit.
No.
I about fell out of my seat. I told my son, I said, look. He goes, what? I go, look at it. The guy's got the radial kit. He goes, oh, yeah, just like yours. Yeah, but that's a 6-element. He laughed. He goes, I've never seen that. I said, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I got one. Who was it?
I don't know. I don't think he was a ham. I think he was a guy. It looked like he was, got a CB antenna, but I was funny. And then my son David's like, hey, Dad, he's looking at your truck. He's looking at your antennas. I go, well, we got 3 radial kits.
Oh, yeah, you had all 3 stacked?
They're still on there.
Oh, I bet he was looking at that, huh?
Yeah, he's probably thinking, what the world?
He's thinking, maybe I ought to try that.
I just thought that was hilarious. I go, what a coincidence. I mean, it was just kind of just ironic because we were driving along, coming, and they come home, and sure enough, here comes this, I think it was a little Nissan truck or something, and boy, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's got a radial kit.
And I bet he was looking at your antennas, huh?
According to my son, he was, yeah, he was.
Antenna porn.
Yeah, he's probably saying, man, you got him fast. Yeah, I want to get him. He's probably going to order more. He got an idea. I said, man, he's got him.
Yeah, there might be some 6 elements, but these 8 elements are few and far between.
Right, I got a 6-element one. I'll show you sometime. I have a 6-element one. The radios are just about 2 inches longer. You got 2 less, but they're 2 inches longer.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I thought I'd share that with you. It was the first time ever I'd seen another vehicle with a radial kit.
Yeah, very rare, but maybe he was on CB. I don't know, whatever. The one thing he was looking at your Tennessee Mo Stacker goes, whoa.
You see how late I can stay up
I was
tonight.
up on Signal Hill putting them on there. There's a lot of walkers, people walking by and looking at him like he was crazy. He got in the truck and said, what's wrong? Some people think I'm nuts putting on these things on your antenna. I said, oh, well, they don't know what I'm doing.
Well, keep notice that you got a gain on there. He gave you another dB gain on the transmit. Remember, we're so close to you, so it's going to be more further out to like Curtis and them out like that.
Yeah, he did say that it came up a little. I was okay with that too. But yeah, it was really nice to be able to get to Curtis. I mean, especially when I was talking to Curtis right on at the 405 and the 605 area. You're right down near Keith's area.
Okay, 6 West. Anyway, I was watching Ham Nation. You know about that Ham Nation program, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, they had Bob Heil on here, and I just watched a very interesting. Bob Heil was talking a foot away from the mic, and he said you should. This is what he says. This is what he said. We're claiming you should talk 2 to 3 inches from your mic all the time, so you can set your mic gain accordingly. So he was talking a foot away from the mic. He said now you got to turn up the mic gain to that and that, and all his calculations. He claims you lose 6 dBs. 6 dBs. You lose all that audio punch of clarity and everything. So you get back up in your mic. Now you can turn your mic gain down. You get rid of all that less air. All the frequencies start to come in from the top to the bottom of your microphone. I watched the whole study on it, so it gets back to what I've been talking all the time. Get closer on the mic and make your mic gain adjusted for that.
W6WWD. Oh, interesting. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I got an invite to a Zoom, to a club meeting here I think it's next week or in June. Heil's going to be Zooming and they're going to have their monthly meeting with him. So that's interesting. Yeah, I've got his microphones. I don't like his headphones. they're not very comfortable, the Pro 7s, but his Heil PR40 mic I like, and I know everybody has their own opinions, but I use his foot switches and his trigger switch, so yeah, I think he makes a nice product, and I like his parametric receive audio system, so I think he makes nice stuff.
You got an invite?
I do?
I do have his foot pedal. I don't like the way this mic sounds.
Negative. No, the VE coordinator invited me where I took my when I took my extra test, and then I became a voluntary VE. So then COVID hit, but so I'm on his email list. You want to go?
You go where?
To the Zoom meeting.
Oh, you go to the Zoom meeting? I don't know how to use Zoom. I've never Zoomed before in my life.
Me neither. Till up in COVID, I never did either. But I don't know. But I'll check it out. Maybe I'll.
I hate Zoom.
He's usually. I've seen a lot of Bob Heil stuff on the internet, so he's pretty consistent on what he says.
Well, I'm sure there wasn't a lot of people listening to our testing. Maybe there's a couple people out there who are sandbaggers, but good news travels real fast. You get talking on that thing a little bit, everybody will be talking about you, and of course, Greg there, he'll be talking about you. Of course, some night you get on there and be talking with that thing on Signal Hill, everybody will be amazed. Of course, when you're on streaming, everybody will hear about you.
Well, as long as it works, I'm not looking for any fame or glory. Just a good talking, walking mobile. Like, remember from day one, that's all I asked for.
You're sounding good in Chino.
Oh, did you hear that? I heard somebody say you sound good in Chino.
Good evening, Greg. Yeah, I'm at home. I hope I'm sounding okay.
I was just starting up the stream. I was commenting how your station has slowly been improving. Since the last time I talked to you, your audio has improved a lot more too.
Thank you. Well, I did make a couple little adjustments and shared them with Fred, so hopefully Fred's is a little better as well.
You sound a little clearer tonight than Fred. I think he might not have his power on all the way. I know I don't for myself.
I'm just using 100 watt, just using the radio, no amplifier, just the radio. But I did make some adjustments in my bass and treble, and I think it was my mid bandwidth, so I think it was. But anyway, yeah, how you doing this evening?
Excellent. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm just about ready to slide over to the Bozo Net if they're having it tonight. I'm not sure with the holiday weekend and stuff though.
Yeah, I just saw some waterfall next to us, so you guys want to QSY check in and go to 270?
I'm out 10, 6 left.
Sure. I'll see you down there, or I'll see you back up at 570, or 270, sorry.
Roger that. All right, 73, we'll QSY, W6WWD.
K6EGG QSY 144240, upper side band.
Net control for the Sunday edition of the Bozo Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? Not hearing anything. I'm sure this evening will be I'm sure everybody's out barbecuing and having a great time. So I'm not looking for probably a lot of people to check in this evening, but once again, this is David, KB6VAN, Bozo number 12, net control this evening for the Memorial Weekend. So if there's any Bozos that's out there on the radio that would like to check in, please come down.
463.
4834.
All right, the first one I heard was 878. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, David. How you doing? And thanks for taking your time to do it over the weekend, the Memorial Weekend. Hope you're doing well. I'm all tied up, but I hope you have a great holiday tomorrow, and we'll be listening. Those are 878. Be standing by.
Yeah, very good, Ward. Yeah, the wife's working tomorrow, so that means she's making time and a half. So that's good for us. Hey, thanks, Ward, for checking in, and hope you have a good day tomorrow.
You as well. Take care. 73 W6WWD.
All right, the next one I heard was 534.
Sounds like I didn't make the cut tonight. As far as checking in first.
534. Thomas, you still in there? Probably a little off from where he's at. Next one I heard was 595. Good evening.
Good evening, David. Thanks for being here. I'm going to get a Memorial weekend. Appreciate it. All the work that you do to take care of the net. So have a great one. 7-3. K6EGG 505.
Sorry, Alan. We wasn't planning on going anywhere this weekend. Like I said, my wife's got to work tomorrow, which is a good thing for us to make more money. So, Alan, thanks for being there, and hope you have a good memorial tomorrow.
Thanks. You do the same. That's
73. So that's 3 that I have right now. Who else can like to check in?
463. 142.
Good evening, Tim. Yeah, you're on the back side of the antenna here.
Oh, really? Okay. There was another one in there with me, too, I think. So, anyway, David, I won't take up too much
142,
time.
go ahead.
And say 73, and thanks for doing the net and everything else, and we'll catch you. Have yourself a great holiday there. K6EGG, Bozo 142.
All right, Tim, thanks for checking in. Had to move the antenna just a little bit more to hear you a little bit better. Yep, have a good week. Have a good week ahead, and happy Memorial tomorrow. Anybody else that'd like to check in?
463.
853, you walked on about 3 other people. Good evening.
Good evening, David. This is Keith. 853, Long Beach.
Yeah, good evening, Keith. Hope you got whatever noise I heard you was in your microphone or whatever was going on.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Yeah, I think we took care of that problem.
Oh, yeah. You know, you learn more by listening than talking.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so anyhow, glad you got it worked out, and I guess with the compressor off, it has less background noise. Yes, I know. Been there, done that, but that's why I kind of like a boom Heil microphone, and probably here's the dog just in. But thanks, Keith, for checking in. Have a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, same with you. Thanks for doing the net, and we're out of here. WA6, good day. Keith, 853.
834.
834, good evening.
Good evening, Dave. No traffic. Anyway, I want to tell you about another guy here, 8781. He just got done with his mobile, hooking it all up, and his mobile we need a lot of contacts from Signal Hill today, all the way 20 miles east of Temecula. His signals were 10, 15 over S9 out of the mobile on 2-meter sideband.
Yeah, outstanding. Yeah, once you get everything hooked up and having some altitude, that always helps out. Very good for him, and I hope it keeps working well.
It's working really well. No traffic here to report here in Cerritos, California, Delta Line 03. 834 clear.
All right, Fred, have a good day tomorrow, and don't eat too much. All right, this is David, KB6VAN, Bozo number 12. Who else would like to check in?
463.
Relay, David.
Yeah, I heard a relay. Hang on a second. Good evening, David. 06, good evening. All right, David. Hey, thanks for checking in. Glad to hear you back out here. All right, cut picking relay is starting to stick for me again here. Who's got a relay?
Yeah, David, there's been a 463 trying to check in. I guess you can't hear him at all, but he's pretty loud over by me.
Yeah, well, since he's in DM14 and I'm headed towards DM03, 05, and 06, that's probably why I can't hear him. But thanks for the relay. I got Greg checked in.
Thank you.
You're welcome, 463.
That's weird. Usually I make it in there. I'm not running my power, but 100 watts shouldn't make that big of a difference. So right now we're going to slide up to 270. See if anybody's up there. That's the first time I've had a relay check in on the Bozo net ever. Checked in probably about 50 or 60 times, maybe. So here we are at 270.
K6EGG here, ready to check into the Hobo net. And standing by.
Hobo net.
Hey, who we got here?
It's Greg, K6EGG, barefoot.
Oh, you're home from work.
Yep. Got the next couple days day games, so I'll be having the evenings free. Although tomorrow by this time I should be barbecuing and stuffing my face with hamburgers and hot dogs.
Nice. Did you already check in?
I did, and I had to have somebody do a relay for me. First time ever. I guess Dave was pointed in the opposite direction of me.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah. Well, we did our barbecue today, so tomorrow I'm not going to do a barbecue. We got some other things for tomorrow.
Excellent. It was a beautiful day for a barbecue. I wish I should have done it today, but I got off a little bit too late. How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing well. Earlier today, word went up, I think I told you that already maybe, to Signal Hill and tried out his truck with the mobile system, and he sounded great.
Excellent. You make some far contacts?
He talked to Ron, the guy, Fred's friend, 20 miles east of Temecula, and he spoke to Curtis.
Not bad. Not bad. His station sounds a little different to me today, too. His bass, at least, his audio sounds better. He said he made a couple adjustments. I was talking to him on 250 right before the Bozo net started.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. I'll have to check it out.
Ed, you sound good tonight, even though I've fallen asleep here.
Oh, good to hear. Yeah, I think the bottom line from yesterday was I had the mic right on top of basically my radio, right next to it, not on top of it, but right next to it on the table. And now I'm pulled away. I actually have it on a mic stand, and it's about 2 feet from me, but it's about 4 feet from the radio, so hopefully it's not getting a bunch of extra noise.
I don't hear anything on my end. You sound very, very clean to me. So, although I got a lot of noise in my area, that's probably not helping your signal. But everything sounds clean to me as far as your signal is to me.
Okay, I just turned the processor on. Did you notice any gain right there?
I did.
One thing I've learned is, like, when I'm getting to talk a distance like you and further whatever, I can use a processor, but for locally, it doesn't sound as good for the local people, so I just need to know. If I'm talking local, don't turn it on. And if I'm talking a little further, it gives me a little extra punch, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. You definitely sound a little bit louder to me. I don't hear any of the noise those other guys were hearing the other night still, so... that might be because your guys are so close, and you're running the. Are you running the power tonight?
Yeah, I do have it on. Yep.
I had my preamp off, so everybody's a little bit lower because of the noise in my local area.
Yeah, so I mean that's the bottom line. I need to not run the processor. I'm talking locally, and when I'm talking further, crank it on.
Excellent. So you didn't go up to Signal Hill, it was just Ward then, right?
Yeah, but I'm the one talking into it. He was talking from his house. I said, hey, he was going to go get some gas. I said, hey, why don't you go up to Signal Hill and put this thing, test it out, have a little bit of fun. So they got gas and went up there for, 20 minutes or 25 minutes, whatever, and yeah.
I wish I could have heard them up there. I would love to see if I can hear Signal Hill, from my base to your house. Or from my base to Signal Hill. I'm sure I could. I just wondered how much better the signal would be up there.
Your base to Signal Hill is like a slam dunk.
I can hear the Lakewood PD, which is actually, I think it's LA County Sheriff's. They have a transmitter up there, so I can hear them. So I'm assuming I should be able to hear you fine.
The times I went up there, I've talked so far, and when I talk with people like in your area or Andy, I'm slamming them.
Well, when I'm up at Dodger in a couple weeks, I have to give that little area a try as well.
Oh, the Dodger Stadium?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any idea what the elevation is up there? I know it's up there.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think it's listed anywhere, but it definitely, I have a clear view to Long Beach. I know when I'm up there in October, when it's like super clear and windy and stuff like that, I could see downtown Long Beach as well as like Disneyland and stuff like that. So it definitely would reach you no problem up there.
Well, definitely park on that side where you're facing me.
Yeah, I got to get into a different parking lot, but there's not a game going on, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Roger that. Cool. Is there anybody else out there?
No, it's just you two.
Who's that?
It's the weak signal bozo up here in Sugarloaf.
Hey, Rick! Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Can you hear me all right?
You were talking earlier, I think I heard you this morning, if I'm not mistaken, when you were helping out with the radio report for Ward. But then you talked later this afternoon, I couldn't get you at all. I had a really high noise, but now you're coming in loud and strong.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. It's just the time of day. Sometimes it comes in real good, and other times not so.
Yeah, well, you're now on S5. I had an S7 earlier today when I couldn't hear you. I have about an S3 right now, so you're like I said, you're coming above that noise front, no problem.
A bit of nastiness there when I take off the NB filter.
I have zero noise, so I've been real lucky so far.
Yeah, it's hit and miss here lately for me the last couple of weeks. I don't get it. It comes in for 30 minutes or an hour, and it leaves. So it's something in the neighborhood.
Yeah, copy that. How you doing there, Greg?
Good, just trying to stay awake. I had a late night last night and an early morning this morning and another early morning tomorrow. So hanging in there. How about you?
Oh, just enjoying life. The weather's been beautiful up here. It was 70, 72 today. It's supposed to be about the same tomorrow. We're going to go out on the lake tomorrow we'll get out there about 6:30, and then they're going to be doing a fireworks display up here, which is really nice. So they had leftover fireworks from last year since they didn't do it for the 4th of July. So they're going to do it. They're going to do it tomorrow night, and then they'll do it again on the 4th of July. They're over.
Beautiful, yeah. I'm looking in the mountains right now. At least Baldy right now. Looks like there's some clouds coming into there. Are you still clear up there?
Yeah, we had a few little clouds here and there, but for the most part, it was beautiful. Not horribly windy today, but it was extremely clear.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer and not as much marine layer, at least down here in the valley. It was kind of sprinkling on the way into work this morning about, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's really weird. We don't get the, they used to call it June gloom or something like that. We don't really get that up here. I guess we're too high up or something.
Technically, it's called May Gray. June gloom is until Tuesday, according to the experts there.
Well, you know what I meant. It all means the same. But yeah, I hear you. But yeah, we're up here pretty high, and we don't usually get that cloud cover.
What altitude are you up there?
Well, I'm at 7,100 feet, but there's peaks up here almost 9,000 feet.
Beautiful. You got a beautiful transmitting place up there.
Well, we got Sugarloaf Mountain blocking me, but other than that, I've got a pretty good shot down towards you guys, so that's one good thing.
Yep. Enjoy your weekend. I wish I can enjoy it. Unfortunately, this is tomorrow will be my Wednesday, I think. I'm working till Tuesday.
Yeah, that's work. That word. It's kind of a cuss word around here.
Yeah, I heard another guy. He was up on Santiago on 520 yesterday. He was saying almost exactly the same thing. So I'm with you. I'm gonna hand it over to Keith for a moment. I'm gonna step off for just a sec.
All right, I'll hand it off or take the hand off. Hey, Eric, you said it was like in the low 70s today. That's all it was down here in Long Beach. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, you got to understand, too, that you're closer to the ocean, so it's not...
For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm going to step away, but I'll leave the stream up so you guys get to enjoy some local ham radio traffic here in Southern California. They're on 140, here we are on 144.270 Upper Sideman. And if you were local to the area, try jumping in here and seeing if you can talk to us here. It would be great to have a couple new people out there. I know I posted a link up on the Facebook Southern California ham page. So if you're new to this stream, hit the subscribe button and maybe you can find some new friends talking in your local area. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Big Bear on 4th of July. And it was kind of a cool, it definitely was a cool fireworks show going over the lake.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. We've been up here for 5 years. We've seen the fireworks shows for, the last 4 years since we didn't have one last year. But we used to go in the Jeep and we'd go up to this place that was just overlooking the pier. And we used to go up there every year. We'd go up there probably about, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes earlier, just to get our spot. And, they put on a pretty good display up here.
Yeah, I'm going to be up there the end of July this year, so not during 4th of July.
Yeah, copy that. Are you going to be at that lodge again?
Yeah, I get a week a year up there, so we've been going up there for, I don't know, 15, 20 years maybe.
Okay, so that's one of the few places that has a timeshare. Is it a timeshare?
Yeah, I get a week a year out of that Lagunitas Lodge.
Okay, you keyed up too quick. I didn't hear the first part of that.
Yeah, I get a week a year at Lagunitas Lodge. Yep.
No, yeah, copy that. Yeah, because you guys are like that place is like right on the lake. I mean, we go by it all the time when we're out on the boat. So when you come up, let me know where you are. When you're going to be there, we can just pull the boat right up to the pier and take you out on the boat.
Yeah, that sounds good, yeah. I'm trying to remember how long we've been up there, but it's been a while. My son's 29. I remember teaching him how to drive the boat when he was 14, just in case something happened to me. He could get us into the dock or whatever. But so I don't know. It's been probably 15, 20 years since we've. I used to have a boat. Like I said, I had a 18-foot aluminum bow. Gosh, what was the brand of it? I can't even remember.
Boat's a boat.
Yep, that's true. You have a, what style do you have?
Well, I've got a 24-foot Bentley pontoon boat.
Oh, party boat. Those are fun.
Yeah, it's got a 115 horse motor on there, and then it's got a tow bar, so I can tow raft or even a water ski or wakeboard.
That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's great. So what's your day hold tomorrow? You gonna do any barbecuing?
Well, actually, my wife's got to work, and she doesn't get off till about 6 o'clock. But where she works right down by where the marina is, and so we're going to go meet her and a bunch of our Sugarloaf friends and go out on the lake and go watch the fireworks display.
That sounds like a good time. Definitely sounds like a good time.
Yeah, well, this will be the first year. We were hoping that, we got the boat in last year after the 4th, but we didn't have fireworks. And like I said, this is the first year that they're going to do it on Memorial Day because they had the leftover fireworks from last year that they didn't use. So they're going to have it on the Memorial Day, and then they'll do it again on 4th of July. So we'll be able to have 2 fireworks displays up here this year.
That's awesome. Nice, yeah. I'm sure the water's a little chilly at this stage of the game.
What was that? I didn't quite pull you out there.
Yeah, I said I'm sure that the water's still a little chilly at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Well, everybody's ready to stop this COVID crap and get on with their normal lives again, so, you know.
Yep. Very good. Okay, I'm going to step aside, see if anybody else is out there. It's great talking to you, Eric. This is WA62XA. We're going to be listening.
Okay, bud, no problem. I'm going to go hop in the shower real quick, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later tonight. W6GLA.
Roger that, Eric. Good talking to you.
W6WWD.
Hey, Lord, Keith here, WA622.
Hey, Keith, didn't know if anybody's up here. How's it going?
Oh, yeah, good. Dave's up here, but he stepped aside for a minute, and I just finished talking to Eric up in Sugarloaf. And then Z, and you.
All right. Well, nothing wrong with that. Sounds like a good group. It is a good group. So, real good. So, did you have a barbecue today?
Yeah, we did. We did a barbecue today. We barbecued up some burgers. We did ours today for tomorrow. We got something else going on, food-wise for tomorrow.
All right. Very good. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, son had made a brisket, so we had a little of that this evening, so very good. So now it's time to do a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, we all have like our full bellies, yeah. Hey, you sound really good right now. I think Greg was telling me that you did a couple little tweaks to your audio. Sounds good.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, I think you and I discussed, I don't know, was it Friday night, maybe? I don't know. I haven't touched it since we talked. I hadn't been talking to anybody. I haven't been on the radio. Then I think we talked about Friday, maybe, the weekend, today's Sunday. Yeah, so Friday. But I haven't touched anything. But yeah, I had made a few tweaks and haven't touched it at all.
Yeah, they're positive tweaks. I've been hearing you on the radio, the mobile, so I haven't heard you on, I don't think, the bass for a couple of days. But yeah, sounds good.
In fact, I think it was you and I, we got Fred. We had Fred make some adjustments. He had some different settings. I said, well, here's where I'm at, and blah, blah. So I'm not sure what he did, but I thought he made a couple himself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was the other night. I remember that. And the synth is off. And he got it back to where he normally sounds, so he's sounding good again, too. But no, you're sounding strong as ever.
Well, thanks. I get a little OCD or ADD. I'm not sure what I got. Trying to figure out, trying to get it perfected. It's always something.
I know how that is. I was, really been trying to tweak this with this new microphone I'm trying to use and everything. And I'm getting close. I think there's still a couple other things I can get better, but I'm getting close, I think.
Yeah, it absolutely sounds good. It does sound good. So, yeah, all things take time, you know. What you think is good today, you're going to look back, that didn't sound so good. So, you know, it won't be long till you get it all 100%.
Yeah, the biggest key right now is, I've got to talking to Greg and then also listening to his stream, get some more lows in there. And I've tried to tweak the lows, but I need to do it some more, you know. I think I've got plenty of everything else in there, but I need to get some lows in there because, you know, my voice is the lowest as it is, so that would be a little bit helpful. So that's something that I need to still work on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the manual says. You know, you can play around with your EQ and plus everything else. I mean, you can always, you know, remember where you're at and try it, and if you don't like it, turn it back.
Yep, exactly. You know, I tell you what, that video I streamed to on the text was very helpful. That's what I use as a baseline to get everything that I have right now.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to watch that. I just haven't had the opportunity yet, but I've got it right here. I'll probably get to that this evening. Very good. Well, thanks for that. It's always good to get some new information.
Yeah, I mean, you have it, so just when you at your convenience, there's no pressure whatsoever, but I think you'll appreciate the information he gave you when you want to do a little bit of adjustment, because it definitely helped me, and I thought I had mine pretty good, too. Of course, I haven't from the other microphones, but I think these are even better adjustments, what he had to say.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, excellent. Well, good old YouTube. You never know, huh?
Yeah, you know, and Greg's the one turned me on to the YouTube. He didn't have this radio, so, yeah, good for Greg.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, it's always nice. Well, it just takes time. You know, nothing happens overnight.
Nope, but I'm kind of happy with this little $55, $60 investment on this mic situation, man. I think it was a good investment.
Oh, yeah. You know, it just takes time. Like I said, you know, it's, you know, for that price, you know, you're not wasting any money, in my opinion. All you're trying to do is get improvements.
Yeah. So, hey, talking about your mobile today and the fact that you have the two different antennas, I don't think that we're going to notice a huge difference between the 5/8 and the half wave, as close as we are, but for distance, I'm thinking that the 5/8 will be better. Because I remember when you switched to the 5/8 when you were out in Florence compared to the half, and it definitely was louder.
Yeah, well, it's good to know. Thanks for that. Yeah. Well, it's nice to have a backup, I guess, you know, or maybe I'll take it down once I build the other one. But, you know, as I just said, you know, I'm just going to keep playing with it and experimenting and see what works best. But I think the 5/8 is going to be the winner.
Yeah, and the fact that the other one's, you know, dual band, if you need a 2 440, you have that capability. But there's times where half waves work better. There's times where 5/8 because of the pattern. One goes up higher and down, where the other one's more like a level playing field. So it kind of depends on what you're talking, I guess, or where you're talking.
Yeah, I guess, you know, again, it's nice to always have a backup. So, yeah, that was kind of a fun experiment, and you know, it was kind of fun today in general just to get out and do something different.
Well, you guys have been working hard on that thing, so it's good that you got to test it out and have a little fun with it. You know, that's what it's for.
Yeah, trying to get it done right and get it ready, and you know, so after we came back and like I said, we got the headache rack all grounded, and we got the HF mount that he built grounded. So we made a few more steps today. So I'm glad it's coming to the end because I'm getting a little tired of it.
Oh, I bet you've done a lot to it. But yeah, definitely coming together.
Well, thanks. Yeah, boy. Now it's time to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and your modulation is nice, crystal clear too. It's like, yeah, you sound good.
Oh, that was my hope that, you know, the settings that you and I did on both of our radios, you know, we went into the menu and made those adjustments, would you know, carry over to the cab to a different environment. So real happy with that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, most people will think that you're talking off the base station, you know, when you're parked without the engine noise and stuff. Most people will think you're at a base station.
Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I know the wind, you can hear the wind and the antenna flexing, you know, so I'm sure that's, you know, gets you a little garbly and you can hear the noise, but, you know, parked up on the hill or even on the side streets at lower speed, you know, it was good. Like I was talking to you in Torrance, I mean, I was in a, you know, it's kind of funny, it's kind of in a complex like my son's business area, you know, I was kind of blocked in except for one area, and for being able to talk to you and Sugarloaf, that was good.
Yeah, you definitely were getting out, that's for sure.
So we'll take it, I gotta make a couple more adjustments, but can't do the doors, so we'll get there. Maybe tomorrow might be the day.
That's right, we have another day off. It's sure nice having a 3-day weekend and a 4-day work week. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself in the rear. I should have put another. I should have took an extra vacation day, but I'd rather have 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah, I hear you. Definitely.
Where's Freddie?
I have not heard him this evening. I was talking to him throughout the day here and there, but I haven't heard them this evening since I've been here. Wait a second, I heard him check in. I did hear him check in with the Bozo net. Did you check in?
I did, and I heard him, and I thought he would come over here. Maybe he's still listening over there.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, Fred, you out there? I guess not. Hey, Greg, you back yet? I guess it's just you and me right now, Ward.
Yeah, we got the two head roosters running the pen here.
There you go. There you go. Well, yeah, Eric was coming in strong this evening, and he said, man, he had like 72-degree weather up there in Big Bear today, so that's pretty cool. That's about the same weather we had down here, Todd.
Oh, that sounds really nice weather. I got to say, I was telling my wife at dinner, boy, we just had some real nice, weather for Memorial Day. Sometimes it's blasting hot, but it's been very comfortable.
Yeah, we're getting that little May gray, June gloom in the morning, but it blows off for a nice day.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's kind of like the June gloom down in San Diego area, but we'll take it, because it'll get hot and everybody's going to be wishing it was a little cooler.
Oh, no, I love it, because typically blows off by noon, and so for me, if I'm off, I like try to get the chores done like June gloom, it doesn't get too hot, and then, you get your chores done, and then you got the rest of the day when the sun lets you out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what we did today. We just jumped in and, started off early in the morning, and before you know, we came back, knocked it out, and by probably 1 o'clock or so, we were done. The sun started coming out. It was perfect timing.
Nah, perfect. Yeah, good job. Yep.
Yeah, anyway, just thought I'd check in the Bozo net and then see if anybody came up here. So I'm just, reading the boring Icom advanced manual on the radio, trying to make sure I haven't missed anything or how to do things.
I went into HRO yesterday. They actually had 3 9700s in stock.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good. It's good for them. I don't know if the chip shortages affected Icom in any way, but who knows? It sure seems like, just been a run on radio, so maybe that's the problem, but good that they have some inventory.
Well, yeah, they've been out of them for quite a while, so they actually had 3 in Anaheim yesterday, when I was there. I got there right when they opened. I was in and out within 15 minutes.
14 minutes.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Fred.
We was on D-Star.
Oh, okay.
Don was there too.
Oh, perfect. How did you check in?
Yeah, you up there, Don?
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is.
Hey, Don, how's it going?
Got too many microphones here, Keith. I grabbed the wrong mic. I say hi on the wrong mic, and you know how it is.
I've done that same thing.
Good evening, Don.
Is that Mobile Ward?
No, it's sitting at home doing nothing word.
The old, like the old regular Ward, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Do a whole lot of nothing.
Seems like I've been doing that for a year.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of all used to some degree of that, but how you doing this evening?
Oh, pretty good. I was having a little trouble with the hotspot breaking up when I was over on 12 Alpha talking to Ron. And I think what it is, the antenna on this little hotspot
is not too sensitive to pick up the radio signals, so it's not picking up. So I might have to put another antenna on it to play around, but it's working so far. Not perfect, but so far so good.
Oh yeah, very good. Well, good deal. Have you ever taken your 705 and hooked it up to your internet?
Yeah, it is hooked to the internet now, Wi-Fi, but I don't know what to do with it.
I was curious because I did the same. I've got it, to the LAN, and now I got to go. I've got some of the functions set up. I'm primarily trying to do so I can do some remote in and so forth. So I'm trying to read up on it. So I thought maybe you might have already gone. That ship had already sailed, and you went on with it.
Who's that in the background?
Go ahead, station. Whiskey 6 Echo Lima Mobile. How you doing? Well, I was asking Don, this is W6WWD, and I was speaking with Don, W6DUO, he's got a 705. I was asking if he had set it up on the internet in his house. Go ahead. I don't own the 705. That's Don. I could switch it over there. W6EL, I think. I'm sorry, I didn't write your call down. What's your QTH? Okay, QSL. I'm in Cypress, about 3 miles west of Knott's Berry Farm. Let me see if you can pick up Don, W6DUO. Go ahead, Don. You think you can grab W6EL?
Yeah, I did copy, and I have seen that program. Remember that night, the Ward, that Kevin, your buddy Kevin, the YouTube guy, checked in? He was using that WMG. It's a remote operation for the Icom. I think it works on yours too. Yes, I am familiar with that.
Yeah, we moved to 27 on Bozo night. Okay, QSL. Yeah, Don, I'll throw it back to Don, but yeah, we're normally on 250, but Bozo 12 is pretty close to us, so we kind of bleed over on them and vice versa, so we move up on Bozo nights over here. But go ahead, Don.
Yeah, the Long Pacific Station, are you using that 705 with that WMG program now? Have you used that program, WMG, yet?
Oh, what's this call real slowly? Thank you. And your name? Okay, Elliot. Continue on, K6 West.
Well, Elliot, this is W6WWD. Yeah, we ran into Kevin Laughlin. He up on 250, and he introduced us, and I guess we ended up on one of his videos. But yeah, I actually downloaded your program today on my laptop, and I'm setting up my 9700. So nice to meet you in person, and I'm looking forward to using your program.
Break?
Yeah, QSL. Go ahead, Break.
Hey, Elliot, this is WA6QXA. Keith here down in Long Beach. Does that software work on a 7100? All right, Elliot. Hey, thanks for the info on that. Appreciate it. Same with you. Same with you. I'll turn back over. Sorry for the break.
Okay, well, I'll take it up and I'll pass it around. Well, Elliot, W6WWD. Yeah, like I said, I've downloaded it today. And I'm just setting up the 9700. That's why I was asking Don if he's used it on the land. So, and I know Greg, I believe, who's live streaming K6EGG, has already implemented on his laptop. I think he liked it a lot. So we appreciate the open source software. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, W6EGG. I'm the one that started this little round robin here a couple months ago. So this on 144.250, that's where we're out here 7 nights a week. And we move up here to 270 at Sunday nights and Wednesday nights when the bozo net's going on from 7 to 8, and then we go back. But anyway, what we got here, we don't call this an net. It's a round robin, like you coming in here, telling us your ideas, and everybody's trying to peek and tweak their antennas and grounding and this and that. And that's where we have an open discussion out here. It's not like the bozo that you make your call and you get your 5 minutes of fame and you're gone. No, it's so exactly like what you did tonight. You spoke in here, we're talking to you, and that's what we like, this open discussion. So feel free, man, anytime you're Alec, to break anytime, and we'll help you do all your testings. We promote that, KN6 Good. Well, jump in anytime for your testing. Anytime. We appreciate that. We're trying to help you out. You help us. We help you. It's, because you need us for testing, and we need you sometimes for our testing. So, there you go. KN6OS. Hello, Tim. There was a breaker for you. There's a breaker for you. I'm going to stand by. Go ahead, breaker. Go ahead and get Kevin.
It's Elliot, I believe. Elliot.
The breaker for Elliot. Go ahead. Who was that breaker for Elliot? Let me see. W6EG. There was a breaker. Go ahead there, breaker. EL, I'm sorry, W6EL. The breaker for him, go ahead. He's not talking. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, yeah, I'll give you 73 from W6WWD. Nice meeting you.
KN6OS.
73 is Elliot, WA6QXA.
Well, you notice, Elliot, before you go away, you notice we're always working on getting better signals in the audio and transmission and grounding that, and that's why you can hear us very good. So we're constantly working on that on a daily basis, peeking and tweaking, just like you're going to do with your program, peeking and tweaking. But we like your program. We heard it several times out there, so thank you for the program. And I know you can do a little bit more peeking and tweaking and listen to us, and that makes a big difference. So break in at any time on any Q show. That's what we do here. You know, we're open for discussion, so we don't know when you're there, so just break in like you did tonight. KN6OS. This is Tony, please. KN6OS.
Hey, Ward.
Yeah, Don?
So you have that program, so go around and go play with it and see if you can get it where you want it to go, and let me know, and maybe I'll download it.
Okay, yeah, I downloaded this morning, probably, I don't know, 10 or, maybe 8 o'clock this morning, something, and then I just received, I had to, I got my router and everything, so I've got it hooked up to the radio, so getting the radio kind of dialed in, and I'm going to try to get the connections going, so I can see how it works. I'll definitely share with whatever I find out.
Was Elliot one of the originators of the program, or he just commented on it?
No, he, from what I understand, is one of the, I think him and I think there's 3 other gentlemen that are part of this research or building this program from what Kevin and what his website said. So, it looks really good, and I think Greg uses it and really liked it. I won't comment for Greg, but I think he said it was pretty easy to put together.
I saw I think I had it up today. Gabe mentioned the program to me today, and I pulled it up. It looks like next year they're really going to come out with some fine features, so it's going to turn into a real good program.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's also the Kevin Laughlin, I don't know his call sign, but the YouTuber, he did a video on it and showing how it works and everything. And it seemed to look really, really nice.
Yeah, I remember that night, and somebody mentioned, I think Gabe mentioned that also, that he heard him mention you guys talk while he was doing his YouTube or something, and did you see the last YouTube that Kevin put out?
I was on his streak. I don't know if I saw the last one. No, I can say I haven't. No, I can look at it right now.
Well, it wasn't real encouraging. He was talking about the age of his RVs getting old, and he's not going to travel up to Oregon because of his health declining. It wasn't a real optimistic YouTube. I don't know. That's been 2 or 3 weeks ago, probably.
Oh, yeah, QSL. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, he did a little deal, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it was one Saturday morning. I think we were on, Brett and I were on 250, and it was early, and Kevin kind of just broke in, and we started talking, and I'm like, aren't you the YouTube guy? And then, went from there. So, long story short, I think he got us in his video, and secondly, then he did the whole video of this WS View, and it looks really good.
Yeah, he was connected remotely to a station here near L.A. while he was able to check into 250, so I guess you can do a lot with it. What is it exactly? Is it a remote control of your Icom radio from your computer?
Roger, from what I understand, they use your computer, which is through your radio. You can remote into your radio from anywhere through your computer, from what I understand.
That's not local, the LAN, that's WAN, right?
Yeah, he was doing it via the, I think, Wi-Fi and remoting into possibly this gentleman's station, Elliot's station, or somebody else's. Yes, from what I understand. But, the one that has more under his belt on this is Greg, I believe. Because Greg was trying the Icom software and some other product, and then we told him about this one, and I think he liked this one, or got it to work pretty quickly.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Greg was using it at Angel Stadium the other night, a couple nights in a row, I believe, actually. So, yeah, he's getting it to the point where he's got it tweaked.
Got possibilities. WA6ATI.
Sound like somebody else is out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Dennis, WA6ATI here in Walnut. I've been using this one other program from Remote Ham. That's RC4 about my 7100, and I'd be able to use it all across the country as a remote base. Seems to work pretty good also, being a free program. But I'm interested in what you guys were talking about.
Awesome. Hi, Dennis. This is WA6QXA Keith, Long Beach. I got the 7100 also that I use, so it's good to hear.
Yeah, it's a cool radio. I bought it for the car, but I fell in love with it for the bass. It works much better than my other 520, my Kenworth 520.
Yeah, I'm using my 991 Alpha primarily for my bass, but I use my 7100 as a secondary one, and I use it in my car too. I bring it back in and out all the time. So yeah, it's good talking to you, Dennis. I don't think we've ever spoken before. Again, this is WA6QXA Keith, and we have several other people out there, so I'll step aside and let somebody else talk.
What was that program you was using with the 7100 to remote?
I used the RC4B, F-O-R-B, and it's from Remote Hams, remotehams.com.
Is that a pay program or is that freeware?
That's freeware. It's been a freeware for several years. I've used it for probably 4 years now.
So you connect your 7100, if you're traveling, for example, you connect your computer remotely to your 7100 sitting home?
Yeah, I have to hardwire the 7100 to the computer through the USB port, so it plugs into one single USB port to the computer, and then from there I can set up the server on this end, and then from my Android phone or my iPhone or another computer from a different location, different city, I can remote into it using the host program, and then the host program allows me to rerun the radio. I can change modes, change outputs, basically go anywhere. I have one also so I can change the antenna as well, so I can move from a inverted V to my high tower, and it seems to work quite well.
Wow, I think that's the future of ham radio, all this digital and remote stuff. So, well, very good. Thanks for the comment. I guess we're getting more and more of those programs. One we were talking about is WMView, I think, WMView, which is another freeware program that's becoming more popular here.
I'll check it out. Yeah, you got to open up a couple of ports on your router, so that's about all you have to do. Hopefully your IP address, your local host or your public IP address doesn't change very often. But I'm on Frontier out here in Walnut, and when they go down, usually they go down for a couple of days before they get it back up. And when I get back up again, I have a whole new public IP address. And then I got to go ahead and reconfigure the software again so it'll recognize the system. But aside from that, it works all right. I could probably circumvent that by using some form of like a VPN or a fixed IP address. And there's ways of doing that, but I don't know how to do that very well. So I just stick with what it is and fight the battle when I lose my trusty IP address that was given to me by the ISP.
Yeah, I know. I don't forward ports too much on routers. I don't do it enough to feel proficient with it, and then I have to go back in and relearn the whole process over, so it's aggravating. Well, that's good information, buddy. Thanks for the information. Where are you located?
I'm in Walnut, about 30 miles due east of Los Angeles, between Highway 10 and the 60 and the 57.
Okay, very good. Nice talking to you. W6GUO here. Name is Don.
Okay, Don. Yeah, name here is Dennis, just like Dennis the Menace.
Hey, Dennis, this is Keith again, Long Beach. On that 7100, how long have you been using the software on the 7100?
Well, I've got both. I got the software that Icom sells. I was never impressed with it. It just seems too crippling of the radio. I've used the RC4B software for probably, I'm thinking right around the time of about 3 years. I've had the radio for at least 3 years now, and as soon as I got the radio, I got the software from Icom, and then I got the RC4 because I was so disappointed with the Icom software. So I've used that when I used to travel a lot with the company I worked for. I'd go to Atlanta or to Houston, and I would be set up my phone through Bluetooth, and I'd be able to talk on 40 meters or UHF or whatever, any band I wanted to do from the car, from the rental car. So it helped me keep in touch with LA at least. But I've run it for about 4 years, and I've not had any grief with it at all, except for the fact of that IP address change sometimes.
Roger that. Yeah, I've heard that Icom software is kind of clunky and not that great. Hey, are you talking on the 7100 right now?
I am.
Sounds really good. Are you on the stock mic, or are you you got something else going on there?
I'm on the stock mic.
Okay, sounds really good. All right, just repeat your call for me slowly, if you would.
Sure. It's Whiskey Alpha 6 Alpha Tango India.
WA6ATI, I believe it is. Okay, thanks, you. This is WA62XA. I'm going to hand it over to somebody else. Don't everybody jump at once.
Yeah, I'm only hearing you two guys. I just came up from 70 or from 240 where the Bozo net was. I just checked in down there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you heard this already, but we typically are on 144.250, but we come up to 144.270 on Bozo nights because we have a tendency to bleed over on them and vice versa. So we, out of courtesy, since we're all Bozos anyway, we go up here on Sundays and Wednesdays when they're doing the net.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very considerate.
Yeah, otherwise, pretty much 7 nights a week, 144.250. So come out anytime in the evenings, and you know, it's a round robin. Just shoot the bull with us and talk about things like we just did right now.
Sure, about the same time, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, roughly 7:30 around that neighborhood. You know, but typically stuff is going on pretty much every night.
All right. Is everybody horizontal polarized or a mix of both?
I would say 90% vertical.
Oh, really?
And probably 90%, besides me and you, maybe 9,700s, it seems like.
All right. Well, I guess I'll postpone putting up my 17 LBA then. I got one I just got through overhauling and going to put that up on the tower, I think, and get. But it's all set up for horizontal.
What antenna are you using right now? You're coming in strongly.
I'm using I think this is a vertical. It's just it's one of my homebrew antennas. A little J-pole, probably about 20 feet in the air.
Wow. I've heard some good things with J-poles. I've heard some things that aren't so good as far as it, transmitting that well. But you sound good.
No, it's a good low-angle radiation antenna, but they're touchy. I mean, you get something just a little bit out of alignment when you're putting it together, and it's hard to get it back in again. But since I bought my little AA600 analyzer, I'm doing much better on getting the antennas fine-tuned and making them work better.
I had that same analyzer. That thing is like a godsend. I tell you, the one thing I've learned about the J-pulse, not that I have one, but just from other people and so forth, you got to have a little bit of height out there, and it seems like you got the proper height where it's getting out okay.
Yeah, I'm in a canyon where I'm at. Walnut is not the greatest location for radio. I mean, I'm at, if you know where Mount San Antonio College is, I'm right in front of Mount Sac. So I got a trough that goes right through the city of Walnut and all the way out towards Torrance. So I got a good line, almost a direct line of sight there. But everywhere else around me, I've got mountains.
Yeah, I know Mount Sac. I actually went to Mount Sac before I went to Cal Poly.
No, I live right behind the 7-Eleven.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that was eons ago, but I know that 7-Eleven was there back then in the late 70s.
Oh, yeah. I've been here since 84.
What about 84?
I've been living here since 1984.
Roger. Fred's out there also. Fred, say hi to Dennis out there in Walnut.
Yeah, Dennis, you can go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee.
Yeah, I sure could.
I never caught your call. You were quite a fast. I know you know your call. I'm trying to learn your call. If you can come back with your call slowly, Dennis.
Yeah, okay. It's Whiskey Alpha 6 Alpha Tango India.
Okay, ATI, Whiskey Alpha 6 ATI. Okay, I got you there. Got you. Sound real good. Break in anytime. We open. This is an open discussion for everybody. Anytime, break in here. And I'll turn you back to Keith over there. I'm going to go down to the refrigerator and get a drumstick. KN6OS.
I'm in your own drum. Okay. Hey, Ward, you still out there?
Yeah, Keith, sorry, I was just working on this WS View in the laptop. Go ahead.
Okay, you getting a copy on Dennis out there in Walnut?
Yeah, Dennis, you sounded real good. WA6 Alpha Tango India, W6 WWD. Name here is Ward and Cypress, QSL.
Yeah, well, good, Ward. You got a good signal. You're out of Cypress. You're no problem. And actually, Cypress is kind of blocked from where I'm at. There's a hill or a ridge just between me and you, and it's you're knife edging over the top of that hill just fine.
Well, QSL, you're doing a good job yourself. We got you about an S5. Well, real nice. Well, nice to meet you for the first time. And yeah, like everybody said, come on up anytime. Somebody's usually hanging around.
By the way, Dennis,
I'm going to go look up this WM View and see what I can do on that.
He's streaming us live right now. So if you go to K6EGG live on YouTube, you'll see us, and you'll hear it. And the beauty about it is you're able to hear your own signal and all that kind of stuff and whatnot.
I'm sorry, I doubled through part of that. What was that again?
I'm sorry. Greg, which is K6EGG, he live streams us quite a bit. We're live stream right now. So you can go to K6EGG live on YouTube, and actually you get to check it out, hear your signal and whatnot. Go back if you hear something that was good that you missed, you can rehear it again, so forth. So just want to let you be aware of that.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Speak of the devil.
In fact, Greg's just now coming back in. Hey, Greg, there you are.
I heard my name. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Well, you missed some good stuff. W6EL Elliott, the basic inventor of that software I think that you're using, was on here a few minutes ago. And this is Dennis on WA6 ATI in Walnut. And he uses the 7100 and uses the RC4 software we've talked about. So at any rate, why don't you say hi to Dennis?
Hey, Dennis, this is Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, Greg, is that Echo Delta Delta or George George?
Echo Golf Golf, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Oh, real good. Okay, Greg, fine deal. Got it. I got it penciled in.
What was your call again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Whiskey Alpha 6 Alpha Tango India. And I'm located here in Walnut, about 30 miles east of Los Angeles, right next to Mount Sac.
I'm sorry. Whiskey Alpha 6?
Alpha Tango India.
I am so bad at getting calls. So, excellent. Yeah, you're not too far away from me there. You up on top of the hill or somewhere in those bouts?
No, I'm at the bottom of the hill. Probably looked the second house before I reached the bottom of the hill.
Excellent. You're making a nice trip over here to the Chino area. I missed a bunch of good stuff when I turned on a basketball game for 15 minutes.
Yeah, Chino's just over the hill also, so that kind of blocks me too. So I must be knife edging over those Diamond Bar Hills.
Your call letters sound familiar from somewhere. I don't know where. I may have heard you on the Bozo Net or something like that.
Yeah, we're just on the Bozo Net a few minutes ago, but I'm on 40 meters, 7255, 7240 for the swap net. I'm on usually UHF on the Spark system or Scrapper network. up at 449-500 or 446-64.
Yes, I've heard the UHF repeater before. The repeaters, that's pretty. It's like the only one. So I'm usually driving and listening. I don't usually talk when I'm in my car. But I put my B71 on scan, and usually 99% of the time, it'll stop on either the Santiago machine or the I think there's another one on Sunset, if I'm correct. So those two repeaters are pretty active for this area.
Oh yeah, I think they're probably the most active ones up here. But yeah, I hang out up there quite a bit, or on HF, somewhere on HF. But lately I've been doing FT8 on HF, so that's been kind of taking my time up here, either FT8 on HF or FT8 on 6 meters.
Excellent. It's nice to talk to you there, Dennis.
Cool. I'm going to go look at this WM view and see what this is all about. So check it out. I'll be listening here. WA6ATI.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I used it a couple times this week and made a couple adjustments, and a couple of people didn't realize I was actually on my computer sitting in my car using a hotspot. So enjoy it.
That's WF to do, right?
WF.
WF do.
Yes, that's correct. .org all together. And I don't know if you guys are still listening, but that software for me seems the most solid of them all. I use the Icom provided software. I think it's version 2, RSBA1 version 2, and it was very clunky for me.
But you're not alone in that sentiment.
I think you guys got to try again.
I think I heard him say I'm not alone in that.
The program at all. For $100, I really felt they could have done a lot better.
For me, I can't figure out how to get into my memory, so I can't listen to repeaters that I have programmed in or talking to them if I wanted to.
Well, I can answer that. They don't support it. You've got to set the memories up locally on your computer. It won't let you use the memories that are already programmed in your radio, so you can't use it that way.
That is not a good feature to me.
Yeah, it's a really dumb feature. I don't understand why they wouldn't access it, because that's just all software control. I can't imagine them not allowing that to happen, because if you've got multiple frequencies programmed in your radio, like 30 or 40 or 50 frequencies for whatever, and they cripple it by not letting you use the remote function on it, to me is a very poor insight.
I agree with that statement 100%. The WF view is very familiar in that sense that I cannot get into my memories, but it is not clunky, and the audio sounds a lot better to me, and it just seems a little more user-friendly, although it's a beta version, and I'm running on Mac, and it crashes every once in a while. But with that being said, I'll take that free version. I would pay $100 for that version that WView has versus the $100 I paid for the Icom provided software. Hey, Keith, is that other guy still out here? I would love to chat with him.
Yeah, I tried to text you, let you know. He was out. He was just in a mobile, and he popped in here for a few minutes and talked and everything, but I think he's gone now. W6EL, Elliot, you still out there? This is WA6QXA, Keith, Long Beach.
That's a bummer because I would love to hear him. I'd love to hit him up and ask him if memories would be available. And that software, I'd pay $250 for it at that point.
Well, he said that you can contact him anytime. He actually says he's been listening to us a lot, but he's never chimed in yet. We encourage him to chime in anytime you want to. But W6EL, so maybe you can look him up and email him any question you might have.
I might just do that. Oh, he's local. I didn't realize that. I thought he was out in Arizona.
Las Piñatas where he was today.
Yeah, I still have that Raspberry Pi MFJ thing sitting on my desk as a boat anchor at this point. Somebody probably more computer literate than I am can probably figure it out, though.
Hey, Dennis, you still out there?
I sure am.
You seem like you're pretty sharp at this kind of stuff. What's your background? Do you mind me asking?
Well, I started out as a TV repairman back in 1967 and been involved in television repair till about 1970. Basically moved to Los Angeles in 1980 from San Diego. Became a field engineer with another TV repair company where I trained technicians on repairing televisions and VCRs, then camcorders and everything else, and the bottom fell out of the market. I lost my job to that location after 25 years. I got another job with a company you might know called Circuit City. I was with them for 15 years until they went out of business. And then left them and went to work for another company, which you've probably heard of, called Best Buy. And I was a trainer for Best Buy, so I trained television and appliance repair. Then I got a job with Samsung, and I was with Samsung for 7 years. And when the COVID thing hit, they laid all the trainers off. So basically, I'm at the retirement age right now. Probably will retire in about 6 months, but currently I work for another company that does freelance type engineering work where I am dealing with television again, software and television problems where, for your LCD panels and the software that they use and those things. So I'm working for basically with Samsung software on their TVs remotely. So I work from home. Works pretty good. I enjoy it. It's very interesting, but I'm only going to be with there maybe 6 months, maybe a year, then I'm going to fully retire.
Oh, very good. Once you get into repairing ham radio gear, man, we need some people that can do that. It's hard to find anybody who will repair anything anymore.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of ham radio repair. I've repaired Kenwood 440s for the VCO falling out of unlock. I've probably done maybe 150 of those in my career, but I did that just kind of on the side. But yeah, I've done ham radio stuff. I've got a whole garage full of ham radios that when I get the time, I'll sit there and tinker with them and fix them and take them to the swap meet and sell them sometimes, or sometimes I'll just use them.
Well, I have a Mirage power amp that needs some repairs, man. If you want a job, I'm looking for somebody who will repair it for me.
The components that melt off the circuit board, did they?
No, mainly the problem is the relays clicking way too much for me, so that's the only problem that really is having.
Oh, you are using it for sideband?
Sideband, yes.
2 meters?
Roger.
Oh, okay. Doesn't it have a sideband switch that just adds a little bit of capacity to that switch so it keeps the relay closed for an extra couple seconds during voice peaks?
It does have the on switch for sideband versus FM, but still, it's sticking a little bit on me, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's an older one, I bought it used, but otherwise it works pretty well, It puts out about 160 watts, something around that neighborhood.
Is it a was it 610 or 3010?
Give me a second, it's right here, let me look at the model number. It's a B something or other.
1016?
Yeah, I think it's 1016 or a 3016.
I have a 1016 sitting in my closet right now.
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them over here.
They do the job.
Yeah, they're great. They're great amplifiers. I love them. I burned one of them up though. I guess the microphone got shoved underneath the seat and it keyed up, and it just stayed there and transmitted for I don't know how long. And I was up in the Bay Area, and it melted the components off of the circuit board. All the solder just melted.
B215 Golf.
Okay. Yeah, if it worked before, chances are you just got a capacitor that may have just no longer storing a charge, and it's just time constant has gone away, so it's not holding the relay closed long enough.
Well, on my research, I'm kind of digging in and trying to do some research. I'm not very electronic literate, I should say, but I was doing some research anyway, and that's kind of the conclusion I had. Maybe it's the capacitor's gone bad, but it's a little over my head to mess with it. I do know that capacitors go bad. They're made out of paper, right? So they do go bad after this thing's probably 30 years old. Who knows?
Oh yeah, they are. They got to be 30 years old, because I remember I was up at the Mirage location when they used to be up in Gilroy. So that was before they sold out. I guess they're with someone else at KLM or someone else bought them out.
MFK.
Great.
There you go.
Hey, Keith, it's Ward. I'm on a laptop. How's it sound?
Wow. Yeah, it's working over here. How about you, Greg? You hearing them okay?
Loud and clear. You sound like you're on a radio.
All right, Roger. Well, I think I call it, WFU, right? Whiskey Foxtrot, or is it Whiskey Sierra?
Whiskey Foxtrot, I believe.
Okay, QSL, yeah, really easy to do. It's all done. Well, good deal. Thanks, guys. I just want to see if it was working.
Keep in mind, to get it outside your network, you got to do some settings on your router. Open up 50,001, 50,002, and 50,003 for your port forwarding.
Okay, QSL, I did open up 40,000, so I see those other ones there. So those also have to be open?
Yeah, one of them controls radio control. Another one controls the mic push to talk, and I think the other one's the audio stream. But don't quote me.
Okay, so I'll look into that now. Yeah, I only opened up the one port, so let me look at those other ones. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. W6WWD.
And you may want to think about getting a DNS server as well for your IP address in case it is not static.
Yeah, so I'll look into that. I'm not sure. I know it's not static. I know it's dynamic, but I'm not sure how often it changes.
Well, it usually changes over here whenever the cable company drops out. They lose their service for whatever reason, and then they have to reassign the new IP address. But I keep the same IP address, I think, for 7 or 8 months. But they just went out again earlier this week, so I had to change the IP address again on my equipment. So.
Roger, QSL, thank you for that. I'll look into that. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure I was going to get this far this evening with this, so I'll get to open up those other ports and I'll look into DNS. Thank you both, and I'll be monitoring W6WWD.
Yeah, and by the way, real quick, I know I'm trying to keep you on here, but do you notice how easy that is to set up?
Yeah, I mean, I read the Icom, instructions, and then I didn't even look at the manual for this software. I just started, going for it, and within, probably about 20 minutes, I'm up.
Yeah, once you get your radio set up as a server, you just type in the IP and you're set.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I want to. I got to check out those 3 other ports because the whole purpose was to be able to take this out. If I'm going somewhere, whatever. But also, it'd be nice to do it in the backyard if I was, at a barbecue or something, or sitting down somewhere. a nice busy night here on a Sunday here in sideband land. Usually it's kind of quiet.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, Dennis, I have Frontier also. In fact, I've had Frontier for years, back when it was before it was Frontier Verizon. I rarely have a problem with internet. It's pretty seamless for me, but I've had problems with their TV, it seems like.
Yeah, sometimes there's issues with the TV software as well. You know, it can be real problematic.
But I got to say, the internet has been pretty bulletproof for me. I don't even remember the last time it could have gone out on me. It's probably only gone out on me 3 or 4 times since I've used it, and I've probably had it for, I don't know, 15 years now.
Well, the ONT went out of me on Monday, so we were out of internet connectivity for almost 2 days, and then they finally got the new ONT mounted and installed, and it's working again. But I know that the address for the IP address, the public IP address, it's different now than it was, last Sunday night.
Okay, interesting.
Anyway, I'm installing the software right now. I got the software installed on the computer. I'm just trying to see where in the settings it tells me what kind of radio it wants to talk to. I got everything else, the code and the baud rate and the IP, not the IP address, but the baud rate at least.
You don't need it. It senses it. That's the glorious thing about this software. You type in the IP address, it finds all the info for you.
So you need an IP address for the radio. I don't have an IP address for the radio at this point. This is plugged into the USB port of the computer right now.
Then I think you just type in or just select on the settings the USB setting, and then hit connect, and it should connect. I've connected it like that.
Now we're talking about that software that guy Elliot created.
Yeah.
When talking to him, he said it's a little 7100. He doesn't have it down pat working for the 7100, Dennis, if that's what you're using. He says it does kind of work. He says, but there's some issues with it, but he's working on it to work on the 7100 too. So just for your information.
Got it. Okay. I'm still playing around with it here. I know the CIV address. I got all that information. It seems to recognize what it is, so when I look at server setup, it recognizes it as a 7100.
Yeah, because I asked him that specific question. Do you have it working for the 7100? So that's what he told me.
And I can't believe how much, there's not much of almost any audio delay. I think I had at work the other day, I had about a 30 millisecond delay in my audio.
That's really good.
That's fantastic. That's just a little bit of an echo. I can almost wear my headphones at that point. I can't wait to take that on my computer on a road trip somewhere and try to use that radio.
Is it worth trying when you're at Dodger Stadium or not?
Oh, I'll definitely try at Dodger Stadium. I'll have a little better. They have a solid internet connection there, so that should be good. Go.
No, Roger. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. Not much of a delay. Hey, real quick, on those 3 ports created, are those just opening? You're not forwarding those. Those are just opening. Is that correct?
I think I had to forward them.
Yeah, you forward them to their TCP/IP settings.
One of them's UPC. Hold on a second. I'll tell you exactly what they are.
Yeah, I got the one port forwarding, but the other three, I'm not sure. On my application, I've got port forwarding or to open a port.
Was it 50,001 is the control port, CIV port is 50,002, and the audio port is 50,003.
Yep, and 50,001 should be a UDP as in Paul protocol.
Yeah, so I got that. Yeah, I mean, so I'm just looking at my software that I use, for my internal system here, but I wasn't sure if that's a forwarding, if I have to open up 3 more ports and 3 more reservations and what they call. I wasn't sure. That's where I'm a little confused.
You should have a total of 3 for this radio: 50,001, 50,002, 50,003, and they're all different protocols.
Okay, so 3 more settings, I'm assuming. I'll have to check. If I have any questions, I can call my network company. But real good. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. W6WWD.
And when you're away, you don't have to... Those ports are open at your house. You don't have to have the ports open where you're at. I guess that's if you're asking.
Yeah, I was hoping that was the case. For right now, yeah, I'm just not sure how to set these 3 up, because I set the first one that, according to the Icom manual, was port 40,000, and then I saw these 3 different ports. Not sure how to actually use, set them up inside my network, so I'll do a little research. I appreciate that, Greg. Thank you.
No problem. And I think the software is looking for the 50,000 ones. I don't know. I didn't see anything about 40,000, at least on the 9700 that I have. And I don't have anything open for that.
You know what I might do? I might play around, take out that 40,000 and go from 50,000 001 to 03 and see if that works.
Give her a whirl.
We will try. Thanks again, guys. 73W6WWD.
K6EGG, Chino. Sorry, the beautiful sunset caught my eye.
Yeah, WA6ATI.
By the way, real quick, getting back to that, Dennis, getting back to the UHF repeaters, I'll wake up at like 4:30 in the morning and turn my scanner on, and there'll be someone talking on one of those repeaters. It just amazes me.
Yeah, Dave, I think HDX, there's a couple of guys out there that go to work real early in the morning. I know Hart, he's out of Marietta somewhere in that area, and he works in L.A., so he's on the road usually by 4 o'clock in the morning to beat the traffic, because he has to go in either on 91 or the 10 from way the hell out in the sticks, and then he's usually off by, 1 or 2 o'clock, and then he heads back. So there's quite a few that hang out first thing in the morning on that 500 machine. When I used to work in Compton, I would leave here at 5 a.m. so I could be down there by at least 6:30, because it was an hour and a half for 37 miles just to get to Compton. So it was a nice long drive, but usually they were pretty busy first thing in the morning on the radio, so it helped pass the time.
Oh yeah, I bet. And those repeaters have some good coverage. I was down in San Diego in October, and I think I heard, is one of them on Sunset and one of them's on, or is it Johnstone or something weird? And the other one on Santiago.
Yeah, one's on Santiago, the other one's on Sunset. Sunset doesn't get into San Diego too good, but the Santiago one gets into San Diego just fine. I have a house down there, and I can get into it from the house down there as well as up here, so it has pretty decent coverage. That's the one for the 446-640. That's the one that has that's on Santiago.
And do any of these guys play on 2 meter at all? Sideband or 5.2 or anything like that?
Yeah, I heard Hart down on this evening on the Bozo net. He was there. But there's a couple of guys that are doing sideband. Most of them are on FM though. They'll do 5.2 simplex most of the time. They're going to go simplex.
Copy. Excellent.
You know, get away from the repeater and the riff-raff and the jammers and whatever else that's plaguing the system.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that make some strange noises on there, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, you get to wonder sometimes what motivates people.
That's kind of the reason why I stay away from repeaters. You get some drama and jamming stuff, and then there's some weird people that make some weird sounds.
Yeah, you got that right.
You get the CBers like going out there on the repeaters a lot, I think.
Break.
Go.
Okay, you heard me. That's all I need to know. I changed those ports, so okay, it worked. I'll have to take it off out of the QTH and see if it really works. But thanks again. Appreciate your little quick test. W6WWD.
Hey, Ward.
Yeah, great. Go ahead.
A good way to check it outside your network, if you have a hotspot on your phone. That's what I did, and I checked it, and you guys didn't even realize I was on my hotspot. So that's out of network, and it will check to see if all your ports are aligned and if you are streaming correctly and your server is set up correctly for outside your network off your radio.
Hey, QSL, thanks for that. That's a great tip. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll pull it offline off the Wi-Fi and put it to my hotspot. I'll see if that works. Appreciate that. Save me a little bit of time. Thanks again.
Yeah, there's a lot of little settings in at least a 9700 you have to have correctly, there was a YouTube page I found. I just basically copied exactly what the guy did and just put in my parameters as far as network settings and IP addresses and stuff like that.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, no, I just looked at the advanced manual and dove into it, and here we are. So if I get lucky enough to be able to jump on the hotspot, that I've conquered my mission for the evening.
Yeah, just think if you're further away from where you're talking, you can sit in your car if you have a laptop and talk away through your hotspot. I know I tried that the other day in my at my work QTH. It seemed to work.
Can you log it in with your Android or iPhone and do the same thing?
Pretty inexpensive Windows laptop, and that it's working. You guys sound really good. So, yeah, I'm going to try the hotspot, and I'll jump back on in a few minutes, see if I get have any success. But I really appreciate your input on these. Thank you.
No problem. And Dennis, the answer is no, you can't. It's either PC, Windows, or Linux-based at this point, as far as the website has. But I'm using my hotspot as an internet connection.
Yeah, I got a hotspot on my phone too. So okay. I just don't have an extra PCs to carry around. I was thinking about getting one of those Chromebooks or something, get some little cheapy PC to lug around. But I like the concept of running it on the Android phone, because that means I can do it all from my Android phone. That's why I like that RC4 so much, because it does that.
The Icom software?
Oh no, that's useless. That Icom software is absolutely useless. No, the one for the RC4 from remotehams.com. that particular software. That's what you can utilize for doing using your either an iPhone or a Android phone for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you download the client program is what you use on the phone, and then you use the server program for the computer at the remote location. So that's how it's all set up, but that's what I've been using for all along.
Oh, so you have to run, you can't use the server off your radio like this WView is using, correct?
No, you go through that RC4. It uses that through their audio system. They have it set up so their audio system goes through some sort of audio server. Because I know when sometimes they've gone down and then I don't have any audio. I won't receive anything. I won't transmit anything because something went down on RC4 side. Let me try it on air. I just got through hooking everything back up again, so I got to redo my connection again. But I'll see if I can bring it up with the Android phone here in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. I know I have a RigPi sitting here that has similar setup, but I can't seem to get it to work, unfortunately.
By the way, Dennis, this is one thing unique about this little group here is like we are into like helping each other and doing radio reports and this kind of. So this is a typical Dave with us, you know. So feel free to do your radio reports, you know, anytime. That's what we're all about.
Hey, not to change the subject, but are you sleeping in tomorrow, Keith?
I don't sleep in.
I don't mind waking up early, but man, I've had to wake up early the last couple nights, and we have a 6-7-month-old kitten, and she was trying to chew on my toes in the middle of the night a couple times, and I never went back to sleep after 3 a.m.
Yeah, that'll wake you up. Yeah. No, I don't do a good job. I sleep 5-6 hours a night typically, and I'm typically up. Sleeping until 6 o'clock is like sleeping in for me, you know.
Wow, I'll be on 5-2 after 7:45.
Late in the morning on the radio?
Yeah, I got a day game again tomorrow.
Okay, I'll try to catch you. 7:45 when you're leaving, or what?
That's when I should be getting on the road, yeah. So I should be in the range or close to 8 o'clock.
Okay, good. I'll try to catch you. I'll be on like my second, third cup of coffee by then.
I might be on my first Red Bull by then.
Roger. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, I'll make a point of being on there. 520.
And you talked to that guy yesterday that was on Santiago right after I did.
What? Wait, what guy was that?
So right before you called me. Oh wow, Clippers are up big time. There was a guy on a handheld up at Santiago Peak. He was talking about like work and stuff or something. I think he made contact with you when I was going through the canyon.
Oh, that guy, right. I see what you're saying, yeah. And then also, the guy, David, would start talking to me. That usually kind of, checks out your stream.
Oh, yeah, man. I wish he had a radio he can hop on with us.
I probably hadn't spoken to him for a month or two, and he called me when you were driving, and so that we kind of we started talking, and maybe I could have talked to you a little bit more while you were still when you were still in range, but he started talking to me.
That's all good. I sometimes, especially in that canyon, I kind of wanted to keep both my hands on the wheel. I went and took Carbon Canyon yesterday. By the way, you're bouncing around that thing pretty good. I can hear you clearly pretty much all the way through.
Meaning what? The mic's doing a good job?
The mic and your station as a whole.
Oh, good. Good to hear.
And it's nice to hear some new voices out here tonight, too.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Dennis, you still there?
I still am.
Just curious, how'd you hear us? Were you just checking frequencies and sauce, or what?
Oh, I was spinning the dial away from where I was on 240 after I checked in, and everyone's talking. And when I came up here, I just heard some, ducks quacking. So I figured, well, it must be someone up here. So I rarely find anyone down here on sideband. So I just happened to see you guys talking and tuned in, and here's where I'm at.
As I said earlier, we're typically at 144-250, but we're all sidebands. We're trying to keep it alive.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe we can get Dave to have when he does the bozo net to have people hop on over after or something like that.
I was looking at the BozoNet roster today, and I said, hey, there's a guy from South Whittier, man. He should be coming out in our frequency and talking with us. And it's all 3 or 4 that should be out here that's local, you know what I'm saying?
Some of those guys that check into the BozoNet, they flip their radio on at 7 and, check in and they're out. And they don't turn the radio on until the next week or the Wednesday or something like that.
Hey, and anybody listening to stream tonight, feel free to jump on. Of course, if you're Southern California, jump on this frequency that's right here on the screen. Actually, I'm really bad at this. That way. I'm not a weather person here. 144-270. And jump on and say hi if you're in range. We got a couple guys down in Orange County. Actually in LA County by Long Beach. And one's in Walnut right now. Another one is in Cerritos and Brandon Park, I believe. And I am in the city of Chino, and my call letters are right below here, K6EGG. So jump on aboard, or say hi in the chat at least.
Yeah, Keith, I got a lot of time off coming up, so be a lot of radio time for me.
Really, things are slowing down a little bit?
Oh, yeah, and then I'm going to be off for my little procedure thing as well for probably at least a week or 2.
Do you get any disability when you're going to be off for a few weeks?
I think the way the state is, you have to be off for at least 30 days, so... to get short term. So I don't think I'm going to need to be off that long, depending how I feel. I know last time, if coming into work, the situation I'm in now, which I don't really have to lift anything, I probably could have came back a few weeks earlier. So I'm going to try to do that. If I am in a lot of pain and I can't lift up anything, I'm going to call the doctor and see if maybe he can put me on for a couple weeks.
So that's the key in the healing process. Just don't lift anything for a long time, right?
Can't lift anything and can't, you don't want to eat a big meal. I'm going to put it that way.
Okay, so light meals.
With no cheese. You don't want to be pushing. That's what got me in this problem in the first place, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Lots of fiber is helpful, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm the king of that right now. I'm going to, I'm probably taking like 8 or 9 of those tablets a day, those Metamucil ones. Those helping me out a ton. time to play some radio, watch some movies, which I haven't had, and maybe do some studying for my general.
There you go. That's a good goal while you're downtime. I bet you with your downtime you'd be able to pass that thing no problem.
Depends how loopy I am with the medication, though.
Yeah, a lot of that pain medication constipates you, though.
That's exactly what I was actually going to say. It's a catch-22. The pain medication makes you feel better, but at some point you got to pay the price. I know for me, I don't want to get too much involved with it, but I was screaming when I had to go to the bathroom about 6 days after my last surgery.
I'm thinking like one of these days when the Bozo Net's going on, I'm going to go up to Signal Hill with my mobile and check in.
Or maybe one night you can go up there and talk for a little bit before it gets too late.
Well, yeah, a little bit. It's going to be not getting dark till at least 8 o'clock, so, in the next couple of weeks while I'm off and all that stuff. Maybe a Sunday. Well, it doesn't matter when I'm off. Every day's a holiday, so yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I'm going to have a bunch of holidays coming up. But, yeah, we have to get together for lunch or something one of these days.
Hey, I'd love it. I tell you what, I'd make the drive out there to, is it Flo's that's out there at the airport?
Yeah.
If you could meet, if you're up for meeting up sometime, I'd drive out to Flo's because I hear nothing but good things about that place.
Absolutely, if you're up for the drive.
Awesome. Good.
In fact, I was going to go there tomorrow, but maybe I might go there on Tuesday for lunch before I leave for work.
Would you like better, breakfast or lunch there?
No, you got to have breakfast there. But my wife likes the hamburgers and stuff there. It's good, old school, greasy spoon type food. I think it's pretty much the only real one in our area. I mean, they have a couple ones, but this is, anybody that lives in Chino has been there or heard of it.
Yeah, maybe I can do a doubleheader where I do that with you, and then I go visit my father over in Claremont.
Yeah, Claremont, you just go right up to 71, you'll be there.
Yeah, I don't get to see him very often. He's 90 years old now.
Y'all have some longevity in your family.
Well, my mom passed away about 10 years ago, so she didn't go that long. But, yeah, my father's doing okay.
And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
62.
Wow, that's amazing to have your father still alive at that age, man. That's really good stuff.
The only thing that's unfortunate, he's pretty, with it too for his age, but he just can't hear. That's what's frustrating. So I can't really talk to him on the phone, things like that. But I still like to see him, and he likes to see me. So I, want to make a visit.
Yeah, I need to go visit my parents a little more now that I have some time off. I was trying to stay away from them with this COVID crap is going on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just was going to say, I haven't seen them for over a year because of the COVID.
I kind of stayed and did my normal thing and went to grocery stores and ate out and stuff like that. So I didn't really want them, exposed to that. They came over on 4th of July, and I saw them on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my wife and I pretty much camped out.
We went to a few super spreaders, and we had a couple at our house.
But all was good?
Yeah, everybody's good. I know some people that had it, but I'd never, that I know of, gotten it. I did test positive for those antibodies, so when I gave blood, so we'll see.
So ever since Wednesday, you felt 100%?
Yeah, but let me tell you something, man. Monday night and all day Tuesday and Tuesday night, I felt like absolutely crap.
Yeah, it's a 48-hour thing, man. That's what happened to me. I mean, I didn't feel bad. I was just dead. You know, I was like, I slept, man, big time.
Oh, man, I felt achy. I had a headache. I felt out of it. In fact, I went and looked back at the video again of myself on that Monday, the first night. I was like, whoa, I'm surprised I was on.
Yeah, you were dipping your head a few times. I remember that.
I was kind of slurring a little bit, too. I was talking slower.
Well, I knew what you were going through, so I had no problem with it.
I think someone said I was going to blow chunks, or it looked like I was going to blow chunks.
Break.
Go.
Hey, Greg, it's Ward. Is it, I know I'm on my own network here, but the latency is very, very minimal on this. Do you have the same success?
Yep. And there's actually a setting to make it even a little bit shorter, too.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't mess with any of those. I thought I'd give it a whirl the way it's set, but out of the box, or, out of the download, it actually is very, very impressive.
Yeah, the shorter latency you have, like I would do a speed test, and I would shorten it to my ping time on the speed test. So I'd match the number that was on the ping time to my speed test, and I would get the optimal, delay on there. Because the more delay, you're going to have more chance of packet loss.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, no, I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not going to mess with it. I think I'll relax now, but that was my goal this evening, to see if I could put it together. So yeah, we'll take it all. It looks like it worked on the hotspot too, so I might have done well.
I don't think I heard you talk on a hotspot though.
No, I didn't attempt it. I was just seeing if it keyed up at all. I probably should have tried it, but I just put everything away. But I'll give it a try tomorrow.
Yeah, I would love to hear it. Absolutely. But if you notice, it wasn't, like you said, there wasn't much delay. That software is awesome. With that RSB, whatever, the Icom thing, I had data packet loss, delayed when I key, the key would stick on transmit, then I would lose connection, so my radio would stay transmitting and stuff like that. That's just very dangerous if you're away from your radio to have happen.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I noticed this thing. When you go to power off, you ask if you want to, and you do, and it did, and it seemed very intuitive. It worked pretty well. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll play with it off site. I just want to go out and get away from the house. Although I can shut down the internet, but anyway, yeah, pretty easy. And thanks again.
No problem. And I hope they'll be able to figure out a way to get the memories to work for the repeaters and stuff like that, or at least for the repeaters or whatever frequency you have built in you have it in your memory in your radio. I noticed that when I connect to this WView software, it doesn't force my radio into VFO mode like the other software did. So maybe they already have a step ahead of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an answer on that. I know when I first made the connection, it dropped right into the frequency we're on, and from that point forward, it was easy sailing. I'm really surprised.
It took me, let me see here, 2 hours to get the RSB software to work. And it took me about 3 minutes to get the other software to work.
Okay, well, I'm 17 minutes behind you. For a non-tech guy, I'll take that.
Well, that just goes to show you how easy it is, too. So, that RSB software, you have to have a lot more settings more correct in it than you do with the other radio, or with the other software. It senses a lot of the stuff, like it senses the data from it, and it adapts the. I guess it's adapting to the radio. So.
Okay, well, neat. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm not a tech guy by any standard. I can make my way around, but I was very, very, very happy to see this was so simple.
Excellent. Anybody else out there on frequency? This is Greg, K6EGG. I am not a net control operator, but I am in the city of Chino.
I'm still here at WA6ATI, still trying to get this RC4 to work. I changed some settings around in here to get my FT8 to work and on the same computer, and I had to change some addresses around, so I've got something screwed up where I can't get the VLIP server to communicate to it, so that's what I'm in the process of trying to figure out right now.
WA6QXA Keith still monitoring Long Beach.
I'm going to jump on out, guys, so 73 all around, and we'll get you maybe tomorrow. Thanks for the QSOs, W6WWD.
All right, Ward, take care, and yeah, great sounding on your mobile today. Greg, you should have heard his mobile. It's pretty awesome. WA6QXA, 73.
Have a good evening, Ward. Good to hear you again. K6EGG, Chino.
73, guys. Thanks, Keith. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, Dennis, I don't know if I already asked you this or not, but what kind of antenna are you running right now?
Right now, I've just got a, what do you call it, J-pole antenna up. I have several other antennas, but this one here is only connected to a J-pole, about 20 feet. I do have a twin 13 LBAs up on a tower, and that's pointing south. I've got a couple other 2-meter vertical antennas, 2-meter in UHF, and they're hooked up to other radios. T7-144, that's a single band VHF antenna. Then the other one, I forget what the thing is, but it's a long one. It's probably about 29 feet long, but it's a vertical for 2 meters in UHF.
Okay, so you got an antenna farm, so I was like, I must be getting senile now. I remember you told me you were using a J-pole, so my bad.
Well, I'm getting senile because I can't remember the damn name of it. I've also got a high-gain high tower, an inverted V, a Create V-beam, you name it. I got an antenna farm over here, a couple wire antennas.
I left the hobby for over 30 years, and I just got back into it probably because of COVID about last November. And so I haven't hooked up an HF antenna yet. I'm still trying to figure out which way I want to go. I just don't want something that's just real big and obtrusive and all that kind of stuff to keep peace in the family with my wife, you know what I mean?
Well, the wife's okay with it. She doesn't mind. She knows where I'm at. I'm not hanging out the bars and stuff like that. So at least she knows where I'm planted, so to speak.
Yeah, my wife doesn't mind me using the thing, which I talk a lot on it. But she doesn't like a bunch of, antennas all over the place. I had a 24-footer for a while vertical. It didn't work out very well, but she was really upset when she saw that thing.
Yeah, I have the high-gain high tower that I bought when I was 11 years old, and I'm 69 right now.
I've heard of that high tower. Remind me what antenna that is.
It's a high gain 18HT. It's a 52-foot tall tower where you load the antenna at the base, and it's a 80 through 10 meter or 80 through 6 meter vertical, real low angle radiation antenna. It will tilt over. You have to walk it down to tilt it over, so you could tune it or do whatever you want to do with it, service it. But it is a pretty broad-banded antenna. I've got full 40-meter coverage, 80 meters. I got from about 38 to about 3,900 megs on that without using a tuner. And if I put the loading coil at the base of it, I can get it down to 160.
You had that since you were 11 years old?
I've had it since I was 11 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Have you been a ham operator since you were 11?
No, I was into CB radio back then. I got into CB radios. My dad had the 11W call signs, you know. So I got into that, but I wanted to get into ham radio. But CB radio was easiest for me to get into. So I got into chicken band radio and continued with that till I was about 16 years old, and I got in trouble with it and decided I wasn't going to be involved in CB radio anymore. So I finally got my license when I turned 19.
All right, yeah, I got my license when I was 18. Being a CB was the same thing, and I had neighbors 2 houses down where we were just having wars with each other, bleeding over each other, and I just finally said, I've had it with this, man. If I spend the time I'd normally be taught on the radio and just study my license, I can get my hands license, and those people can't give me any guff, because I'm legal. So I was 18 years old, senior in high school.
Yeah, same here. Same thing. I just got caught by the FCC. I was running illegal power, and antenna was well over 20 feet off the roof, and I had all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So it cost me a lot. I lost my second class radio telephone operator license with radar endorsement, broadcast endorsement. Lost all those certificates, those licenses. So that was the career I was going to go into, was into broadcasting. But I got those taken away from me from my goofing off on chicken band radio when I was 15, 16 years old.
So that's a lifetime ban?
Well, it took the license away from me. Yeah, lifetime at that point, because now they're meaningless to have that license now.
Wow, they really went down hard on you, sounds like. Did they fine you also?
Yeah, we got a $1,000 fine. Quite a few people that were in that same group that I was in, they also got hit too. So yeah, they hit me pretty hard. They were going to make it very difficult for me to get my ham license. So, finally, when I got my ham license, I got my novice when I was 18, and then they revoked it like a week later because of the problem I had back when I was 16. So we had to go with an attorney to have it kind of expunged, my record expunged, so they get the license. So I got my novice back. I had the novice for about 6 months, and then I went with got the technician class, and the same day I got the general class, and the same day I got my advanced class, and I failed the extra class code. So I never got the code, but I was a WN6ATI for about 6 months, and then became WA6ATI with an advanced class.
Okay, yeah, there's not a whole lot of people with advances out there that you talk to anymore. Yeah, I went straight for my general. I didn't get the novice or technician. I went straight for the general. And so I these days you don't have to worry about the code.
No, you don't have to on the code at all. I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed the code back then, being a novice. I had built myself one of those HW7s, and I could backpack that thing up in the mountains or up to the beach, throw up an antenna, and I could work Japan on CW, and I just had a big kick out of that. That was lots of fun.
Yeah, to pass the test, I got myself up to about 17, 18 words a minute, but I've totally lost it. It would take me a while to get even 5 words a minute back up because I haven't done it for so long.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my code speed back up also. There's a couple of guys on the UHF group I'm on with at 6EDD or EED, Terry. He's ex-sheriff, I guess out of San Bernardino or Riverside area, but he's a retired sheriff out there, and he's into CW. He's on every morning with his son. His son just put up a huge system up in Arizona. You know, he's got like 400-foot towers, and you know they're just huge radio set up. But they're always talking to get back and forth on CW. So I want to get my CW down a little bit better than it is. I can send, but it's my copy is probably less than, it's right about 5, maybe 6 words a minute, but it's not getting any better.
I probably will wait till I retire, which is hopefully 2 years away from then, and then that's when I'll have some time on my hands to try to get my code back up.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull a plug in this thing. I've got to deal with getting dinner pulled together and get that stuff going. It's 9 o'clock. I just looked at the time, and I couldn't believe it's 9 o'clock. Anyway, I got to work on this RC4 thing and find out what switch did I throw to make this thing not work. So I got to review all my notes. I'll catch you guys later. I'll check in there from time to time. Catch you guys later. WA6ATI. I got to pull a plug.
All right, Dennis. Hey, great talking to you. Yeah, remember 144-250, except for Sundays and Wednesdays. Great talking to you. Come in anytime. Love to have you. WA6 stay on the side. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Dennis. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Nice talking to you. Please stop by again. I'd love to chat with you some more about this remote stuff. Take care. K6EGG Chino.
Take care, Greg.
And you know what, Keith? I think I'm going to call it a night myself. I didn't realize it was after 9 o'clock. I got to get up. By the time I take a shower and get to bed, I'm only going to get another 5 hours of sleep or so tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to do the same. I've been on the radio kind of a lot throughout the day. So, hey, don't work too hard tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you tomorrow evening. Oh, yeah, you said around 7:45 on the road, right?
Yeah, on 5-2 maybe.
Okay, I'll try to catch you in the morning then. So, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And it's WA6 saying so long.
Or the 6-month-old kittens. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'll be signing off for tonight.
And for everybody listening on the stream, I stayed on a lot longer than I thought. I'm just about 2.5 hours in. It's 9:10 here in Southern California if you're watching from out of state or out of the time zone. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button somewhere down below, which I don't remember where it's at because I'm already tired. And if you're local and you're listening, want to jump on 144-250, that's our normal frequency for our normal nighttime communication here. I call it the after 8 p.m. net, but it's these guys are on all day and all night pretty much. Normally, a lot more people come on at night, but please stop by, say hi if you have a 2-meter radio, or maybe you're interested in getting 2-meter radio. I have a Icom 9700, which I absolutely love, and I'm using here in the shack. You can see on the screen there. Good signal to noise ratio. Good transmit power, even though I am using a Mirage B320G as well to kind of help my signal get out for the further away stations, which I don't have on tonight because I've been bleeding into my my wife's TV downstairs, or the TV downstairs my wife is watching. So I'm hoping to be back tomorrow night. Probably going to be a little later tomorrow night as far as starting the stream, probably closer to 7 o'clock. Just because I'm going to enjoy, hopefully, the sunset and some hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill since I'll be off tomorrow night. But anyways, take care. This is Greg, K6EGG from Chino. Have a good evening.